especially congratulate and commend the Executive Governor of Ogun State for the good job, the great job he's doing for his people. When I entered Abeokuta yesterday, I couldn't believe my eyes because I was here 2 years ago. The entire place has been converted to one massive construction site. From the feeder roads to the flyover bridge to new constructions all over the place. And I said, wow, what a rapid transformation in so short a time.
It's amazing, it's fascinating. I was here 2 years ago and during the election time. And the transformation that I have seen is amazing, it's incredible. We've been to some parts of the state where you have these new roads coming up, new constructions, innovative things taking place. But more importantly, I think it's even the total transformation. I have seen in Abeokuta particularly that people are getting back their life. You could see the connection, you could see the happiness, you will see people really giving almost like a new lease of life.
Seeing, they say, is believing. No matter the level of doubt one may have over an issue, visible evidence certainly makes things clearer and they speak for themselves. This is the case of Senator Ibikunle Oyelaja Amosun, the governor of Ogun State, whose administration came into office with a promise to rebuild the state through our 5 cardinal programs. Already 24 months in office, time has proven the sincerity of intentions in the pursuit of the vision and mission of the #1 citizen of the Gateway State. The laid down plans from the onset of this administration are gradually being executed, bringing outstanding change to the entire state. Leadership is not just about giving orders down the ladder. It's about accountability, trustworthiness, sincerity, and humility. This requires a visionary and purposeful personality assisted by other like minds. Governor Ibikunle Amosun, in his 2 years in office, has worked with a vision that proved that he is a man worthy of trust and a man who brought hope to where it has long been lost. Thus, in marking the 2 years in office of this administration and to further reiterate its unfailing commitment and promises, the governor and top members of his administration embarked on a 3-day work-in-progress tour of all the 3 senatorial districts of the state. This commenced on Tuesday, the 4th of June 2013. Ogun West Senatorial District kick-started the tour. On the first day of the tour, different developmental projects that are being carried out by this administration were inspected. While many have been completed, others are still ongoing and at different stages of completion. Some were commissioned at the different local governments visited. In all the local government areas visited under Ogun West, the people came out in their multitudes to receive and appreciate the governor and his entourage with songs and dances. On the second day of the work-in-progress tour, Wednesday the 5th of June 2013, it was the turn of Ogun East Senatorial District. The first port of call was Ishara, Remo North local government area of Ogun State, which has witnessed different developmental projects since the administration came into office. Among them is the model school, where the construction work has reached an appreciable stage. A large number of people, male and female, young and old, all came out with beautiful songs on their lips. They welcomed the governor and his entourage. The chairman of the local government, who also spoke on behalf of the citizens of Remo North, welcomed and thanked the governor for the numerous outstanding projects going on in the local government. Senator Ibikunle Amosun thanked the people for the warm reception despite the fact that the people had no prior notice of his coming.
They did not know we are coming, but we know we have a project going on here, which is probably about 80% or so completed. So we want to just inspect the school as well, and we will now continue with the routine that we set for ourselves before. So thank you, our elders. Thank you, our mothers, our fathers. Great Nigeria students. Articulate Nigeria students. Great Bagba. Great Gogo. Great Bagba Gogo. Well, I thank you. Please, I like the way we met you. Violence, courtesy doesn't pay.
The ongoing project was duly inspected by the governor with his entourage. The people of Remo North were overjoyed to have the #1 citizen in their midst on such a day. Ikenne local government area was the next stop. The local government has over the years been faced with numerous setbacks due to the bad road network in the local government, which has stalled economic potentials of the place. Thus, in order to bring succor to the people, as soon as this administration came into office, it embarked on the rehabilitation of the long-abandoned Ileshan-Agoiwoye Road. This is aimed at easing the movement for commuters and also to boost the economic potentials of the place. One out of the 15 model schools under construction across the state is also situated in the local government. The chairman of the local government could not hold back his joy as he thanked the governor for the huge transformation going on in Ikenne. The Olofin of Ileshan, Oba Shonuga, who was among the Obas who also welcomed the governor, thanked Senator Ibikule Amosun for such laudable initiatives. He also stated that the importance of the road cannot be underestimated.
ọ̀nà ìjẹ́ ọ̀nà tó jẹ́ pé ó mú ìlànà ìlàjú àìsọwọ́pọ̀ iṣẹ́ bá gbogbo wa. Níṣẹ́ ni ìlú Ìlíṣàn jẹ́ center of gravity for Ogun State. Nígbà tó ń bá dẹ̀ ti lànà fún ní center of gravity, ọ̀nà yẹn máa tàn, ó dẹ̀ ti tàn. A dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín púpọ̀ púpọ̀.
Addressing the people, the governor thanked them for their support and gave the people the assurance that the ongoing road projects in the area will soon be completed.
Well done. So, well done for a good job. But please, I'm just telling our cabinets and all our elders now that within the next 2 or 3 months, this road, at least to the first bridge, must be asphalted. And I know that every day they work on Sunday, we work on Saturdays. We make sure that we must complete this road in good time.
A visit was also paid to the site of the ongoing construction of the model school located at Agoiwoye axis, where traditional rulers and the people of Agoiwoye converged to welcome the governor and his entourage. The Deputy Governor of Ogun State, Prince Segun Adeshegun, thanked the people for their kind support towards the government. At Ijebu Northeast local government area, traditional rulers, sons and daughters of Ijebu Northeast came out in their numbers to receive Senator Ibikule Amosun and his entourage. The #1 citizen of Ogun State assured the people of the local government of unfailing commitment to bring other developmental projects to the local government area.
We really cannot thank you enough. We know the eminent status of the Ijebu, even in the democracy setting, in the political settings, not just of even Ogun State, even in the entire western region. So we know that, and we will not refuse not to do anything that will bring that the eminent status to question. So we are going to come here. I've seen the schools that you've been building around, and I know that we are going to knock on your door. Give us land, we want to start our own here. Our roads, there are so many of them that we want to do, but we cannot finish everything at the same time. We will come to you, we want to do one of the standard road here, and we will pick 1 or 2 that we from ministry will come and do.
The local government is also one of the areas that benefited from the newly acquired Armored Personnel Carrier APC, bought and distributed across the state by this administration to strengthen security in the locality. Ijebu Ode, a prominent city in Ogun State, a local government which has given the Gateway State and the nation as a whole the pride of good cultural heritage, welcomed Senator Ibikunle Amosun and his entourage in a grand style. The outstanding transformation projects sweeping every corner of the town cannot be overemphasized. 2 major bridges are currently under construction within the local government area. So also is the model school, amongst many more, which are rightly situated in different parts of the area. The chairman of the local government poured out his heartfelt gratitude to the governor with a song. Governor Ibikunle Amosun thanked the people for their support, which he promised will never be taken for granted. He added that he will continue to seek for ways to improve in the developments of the local government area.
I want to commend all the good people of Ijebu-Ode. I've just mentioned that during the last election, I did not lose 1 polling unit in the entire Ijebu-Ode local government. And the only way we can repay you is to give you all this dividend of democracy. Ijebu-Ode must come top.
The governor and some executive members joined in the merriment before proceeding to the different road construction sites. At the site, the Awujale and paramount ruler of Ijebuland, Oba Dr. Sikiru Kayode Adetono, commended Senator Ibikunle Amosun, which was sealed with a prayer. From here, the governor's entourage left Ijebu-Ode and proceeded to Ijebu-Itele. Ijebu-Itele in Ijebu East local government has one of the 15 model schools that are being constructed all over the state. Work at the site has not ceased since its commencement. Royal fathers, religious leaders, and sons and daughters of Ijebu-Itele were at hand to receive their amiable leader. The governor appreciated the support of the Ijebu East people and promised that the people of the local government will continue to enjoy the dividends of democracy in every sector of their lives.
We thank you for your support. We are not going to take your support for granted. We've never did, and we will not. And that is why in all the things that we do, we know that the people have the final say. And we know that as long as we continue to do our work, they will always identify with us. I'm happy to see the level of completion of this school. The way it's going, God willing, by September, we'll have all our kids here.
The Oba's Council in Ijebu East local government area also presented a certificate of appreciation to the governor for his tireless and outstanding efforts in rebuilding Ogun State, bringing it to its pride of place. Shagamu local government rounded off the Day 2 work-in-progress tour of the administration. Dressed in colorful attires, music and dance was used by the people of this local government area to welcome the amiable governor into their midst. It was indeed a moment of showing appreciation to Governor Ibikunle Amosun's administration that has, within just a short period of time, begun to change the face of Shagamu local government area. The chairperson of the local government welcomed the governor and his entourage while appreciating the governor for the developmental projects going on around the local government area.
Akíyí ẹ káàbọ̀ sí àárín wa ní ìlú Ṣàgámù. Akíyí ní Rẹ́mọ lápapọ̀, akíyí ti Ṣàgámù, akíyí ní ti Rẹ́mọ, ìpè ẹ káàbọ̀ sáàárín wa. A dúpẹ́ fún iṣẹ́ ribiribi tí gómìnà wa ṣe láàárín wa, torí àwa síbí láti wá dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín, ìpè ẹ ṣé, a dúpẹ́.
Extending his warm regard to everyone, Senator Ibikunle Amosun reassured the people of sustained developmental projects in the local government area. Senator Ibikunle Amosun, in his wrap-up interview with the media after the Day 2 work-in-progress tour, reiterated that he was happy to see the smiles on the faces of his people a factor which he said has continued to urge his administration on in the mission to rebuild in Ogun State.
Sometimes when you tell them you'll be there 9 a.m. and somehow the way politics is, you don't get there until 12 midnight, you will see them waiting religiously. They are happy to see you. Look at what happened in Ado yesterday, in Ado time. We got there very late, around maybe 9-10. So we left there around maybe to 10. Look at the crowd that is there. Look at the distance. Look at where we are now. Indeed, I tell you, all the other places where we said we are coming, I've been phoning them to please disperse because we won't be able to visit them. Those are my people. Those are people that they believe in us by their determination, by their commitment. Even those times when you feel that you don't want to go ahead, those are the people that spur you to go ahead, to go on.
Just in 2 years in office, Senator Ibikunle Amosun, through his efforts, is achieving different feats in every promise he has made. The evidence is on ground, visible for all to see and attest to this.
The 2 years of Governor Ibikunle Amosun is a tremendous one because it's for the infrastructural development. We have never been seeing this thing in life in Ogun State before. We have been seeing the money politics, and this is not the money politics again in Ogun State. The 5 cardinal program of the Senator Ibikunle Amosun is being fulfilled. It's a promise made and promise kept. And if you should continue like this one, by the grace of God, after the 2015, we have the glory to thank the Almighty Allah.
Our governor is an excellent man. You know, like Ijebu-Ode Bridge. I mean, Ijebu-Ode, what can I call the place? Erunwon Ijebu-Ode Bridge. No, very fantastic. Even in Abeokuta, no, our governor is an excellent man. So in our own local government here,
which local government?
Remo North local government, Ishara. We are so appreciate the work that governor is doing for us here.
He has been doing a yeoman's job in Ogun State. You know, part of it you can see the magnificent building is there. You know, he was doing gigantic things. Yesterday I was with him in Yewa. We stretch across 4 local governments, about 107 kilometers of a road. At the stretch, I mean, it is magnificent, and that is why we are saying it is better we associate ourselves with this man. It is very easy when you see a person doing wonderfully well. It is better you go along with him.
Almighty God, the only positive thinker in the history of existence, for him to have given us the likes of Senator Ibikunle Amosun the opportunity to govern this state. But Senator Ibikunle Amosun, as far as I am concerned today, is tested and passed. And I want to use this opportunity to appeal to people to give him a second chance. This is not a mere say. You can see all the projects on the grounds there and there. Go to Ijebu, go to Yewa, is performing wonderfully well.
What seemed impossible to some people at the onset of the mission to rebuild is gradually becoming glaring to all. A new lease of life is being experienced in every corner of the Gateway State in just 2 years. Although, for all the promises to be fully fulfilled, the people of Ogun State have to support the government of the day in their own little ways. Little drops of water, they say, makes the ocean. The mission to rebuild is a process that involves every son and daughter of Ogun State. On the 17th of June 2013, Senator Ibikunle Amosun of Ogun State swore in a new special advisor on housing development in Ogun State in the person of Mrs. Jumoke Akinwumi. The occasion was witnessed by other members of the Executive Council. The governor, in appreciation, thanked all the EXCO members for their tireless efforts towards the development of Ogun State. He further outlined some of the responsibilities of the new advisor to the government in the development of the Gateway State.
It is about service to the people of the state, and I'm using this opportunity again, just as I thank the government of Ogun State, to still thank and appreciate all the efforts of all of us that is running around, of course, to do things differently, positively to develop our dear state.
The governor then congratulated the new special advisor on behalf of the government and the citizens of Ogun State. On the same day, the World Bank, in conjunction with the Ogun State government, organized a 3-day Southwest Mini-Country Performance Portfolio Review Meeting, CPPR, at June 12 Cultural Center, Kuto Abeokuta, Ogun State. The governor, some members of the Executive Council of the administration, and other delegates from within and outside the country were all present to grace the event. The meeting was geared towards stock taking to have an assessment of usage of funds delegated to the nation at large, challenges involved, and the way forward. Mrs. Abide Miaremu, who represented the Minister of Finance, stated in a speech that the meeting was to achieve a common goal, and in achieving this, participants should be ready to deliberate extensively.
We are therefore gathered under the auspices of the World Bank with a singular intention of stock taking and evaluation of the Nigerian IDA portfolio with a view to identifying and articulating our success stories, challenges, and putting them into proper perspective with a view to accelerating future disbursements to ensure that we achieve the objectives for which the credits were sourced in the first instance.
Mrs. Marie-Francois Marinelli, the country director of the World Bank, in a keynote speech, stated that the meeting was geared towards identifying ways and means in which the World Bank will continue to support the African nations of the world, putting Nigeria at the forefront.
Today in the world, extreme poverty is about 20%. There has been a significant decrease over the past 30 years, but what we see, and if I look at our continent, Africa, we are still at 50% of extreme poverty. So the World Bank President has put on the table for the international community, but also for us as a World Bank team, as objective to see how this global objective could be reduced to, this global poverty, extreme poverty could be reduced from 20% today to 50% by 2030.
Senator Ibikunle Amosun, in his address, stated that the significant role the World Bank plays in developing countries of the world cannot be underestimated, and sought more support from the body towards bringing to reality his vision and mission of rebuilding Ogun State.
One that is very key, which I think the World Bank plays very significant role, is the infrastructure development that will lead to employment generation. And I believe that more or less this is in tandem with what I think the World Bank is known for. This is even the goals and objective of the World Bank. So it is more or less what we are trying to do, and we are happy to note that the totality of what we are trying to do, I mentioned it, is to reduce extreme poverty, and if we get all the other facets out, this will be achieved.
In conclusion, Senator Ibikunle Amosun noted that the support that will be given by the World Bank towards the growth of the state will go a long way in bringing a new lease of life to the entire state.
On our feedback segment this week, we received this message from this mobile number 070-6378-3971. Sir, we thank you for what you're doing for us in our dear state, Ogun State. Happy 2 years anniversary. We also got this message from this number 081-3107-9124. It says, we thank our governor for the work he is doing in this state. God bless Amosun. God bless Ogun State.
For comments, questions, and observations, Send a text to the GSM number displayed on your screen. Or send an email to be a part of rebuilding our beloved gateway state.
Ọmọ Ogun, Ìṣẹ̀yà.